What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to show you guys how exactly I play the One Piece card game online. A lot of you have been asking questions as to how, I make this happen and how I'm able to play. And so I'm going to go through the steps so that way you guys can do the same thing. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is download this Ad Blocker Genius Pro extension in order to block ads, just because the website that it's on has a lot of pop-ups when you're trying to get to the download page. And it's not anything by the developer's fault. The file is trusted. It just, sometimes there's pop-ups and stuff that tend to, be annoying to kind of click on. So download this, just turn it on and you'll be good to go. Then follow the link in the description. This is going to take you to the OPTCGSIM version 1.18b. This is the most current version. The one thing that you're going to have to keep in mind is that the program does not auto-update. So anytime there is a situation going on where your game just feels kind of out of blue, or you're searching for games and it says, there's so-and-so amount of matches that aren't on the specific version you're on, it usually means that there's an update. So you can just search up the link that you used before, and it should have a red button on here that says that this current version is out of date and to click to go to the next one. So what you're going to do is scroll all the way down until you see the download links. You're going to have Linux, Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and Android 32. The iOS and Android ones work on your phone as well as tablets, and the Android one even works on Oculus Quest 2 if you decide you want to just sit in the virtual reality world and play some cards. It's pretty nice. So go here, click on Windows, and it's going to take you to this link for Google Drive. It's going to be 1.18b English Windows zip. The file can't be previewed, but it's usually not a bad thing. It's going to be a zip file, so what you're going to do is click download. Click download anyway. I've scanned this plenty of times and there's been no problem. And then what you're going to do is just wait for this to download. So let me skip real quick just so that way I can finish the download and show you guys exactly what to do next. Alrighty, so now that that's done, what you're going to do is you can close out of all of this, open up your Internet Explorer and go to downloads. So what you're going to do is close this. This file, what you can do is you can actually just extract it, just so that way it's all extracted. It won't take too long for it to fully extract, and then from there you're going to be able to get right into what you need. So we'll let this finish extracting really quick just so you guys can follow these steps. And then from there, it's going to open it up. I'm going to just drag this out to my games folder just so that way it's easier for me to find. So it's just going to transfer everything really quick. I'm going to replace the files because I already do have it installed, but I do want to showcase everything from the start. So then what you're going to do is you're going to see this file called Build Windows. You're going to click on that, and then you'll have the OPTCGSIM area. In here will be the decks. These are some of the preloaded decks that I'll show you guys, and then when you actually create a new deck, it'll save it in here. So what we'll do is we'll open OPTCGSIM, and then what you're going to be able to do is you'll be on this page. So you have the solo versus self. This is where you can test a deck against yourself. So you can play two decks at once. You have deck editor, multiplayer settings. So in settings, you're going to be able to set up your player name. Mine's just Pirate3490084. But you can set up other things too. Auto draw is good. Confirm end turn just so that way you can make sure. Confirm Dawn attachment I usually have on. And from there, there's some settings you can mess with. But the big thing we want is deck editor. Now in deck editor, this is where you're going to have all of the brand new decks that you looked at. You can load them in just so you can take a look. They have the starter decks, things like that. So what you're going to want to do is we're going to clear the deck just because we want to make a new deck, and then you have access to all of the colors. So if you click red, you have access to all of the red cards. If my computer wants to load it, you have access to all the red cards. If you want to see blue, you have access to all of the blue cards, and then same with black and yellow. And if you want to see multiple cards, you can actually click multiple and it'll go through, and they're in set order as well as release. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to build a deck, all you have to do is click on the card and you can limit to 4. So if we want to put 4 Usops in the deck, you can't click more than 4, and it'll tell you right here how many cards you have. So then once you're done, you can just rename the deck. So we'll just say Zoro, and you can click save. And then obviously we don't have a deck that's going to fully work right now, but we'll get to that. When you go into multiplayer, what you can do is you see Western. This is on the format for the US. When you are on Eastern, you are playing the meta that is within Japan. Unlimited, this means that there's no card restrictions, but you have standard deck building restrictions. And then private means that you can play a game against your friends. You'll get a code. You click private, host a private game, and then your friends can actually put in this code onto their finding a game. You can see it right here. You enter the room's ID and go from there. And then again on multiplayer, Western, all you'll do is you'll select the deck that you want to use. So if we want to use Navy and join on this lobby, sometimes it might not work and you just have to click refresh lobbies, but you can keep clicking and sometimes it'll let you join. It's not foolproof. Sometimes you're going to have to try and join other games. And if you keep refreshing enough times, it'll say rate limit has been exceeded. But overall, it's super easy. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is when you download a new version, what you want to make sure is that in decks, you take all of the decks that you have created and you just drag them to your desktop. Now, I'm going to delete these because I don't use any of these decks, and we'll just get rid of these. But then what you do is you delete this whole build windows, you reinstall the new version, and then when you go into decks, you can actually take the decks that you've put on your desktop, put them in here, and then as we can see, I have Ace, Kuro, Law, all of that fun stuff. And then once you load up OPTCGSIM again, then it gives you the ability to go to deck editor, and all of your decks will be in here. So if I click on the OP03 Zoro list that we've been working on, it's right here. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick video, kind of in depth, just so you guys have the ability to kind of see everything. I will put the links to everything in the description so you guys can see. But again, just keep in mind that this doesn't auto-update, so periodically just check the website to make sure that, you know, you're on the right date. And yeah, so as always, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you found it helpful, share it with a friend. Maybe both of you can get into some games and get some practice in. But with that being said, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's battle video.